Hi, I'm Rachel, and this is my brown box speech. I had a really hard time coming up with 5 items for this. I didn't know if I should be doing something like hobbies or my interests, and I decided to go with the 5 things that I love. So the first item in my box represents my family. I'm really close to my parents and my siblings. We still do things together even though we're all adults and have our own families. But this little guy, this is Wes. He's 6 months old. He's my first baby. My husband and I have been through a lot trying to get him, and now it's all been worth it. He's so happy and he's the best little guy. Speaking of family, leads me to my next item, which are these dog poop bags. I have 2 Australian Shepherds. They're 11 and a half, and I've always loved dogs. I've always had them growing up, and for the longest time I wanted to be a vet. I actually went to school to be a vet tech, and I realized I can't be a vet. There's no way. It's way too hard and so sad. So I kind of shifted my interests into healthcare. So that leads me to my next item, which is this Band-Aid. I am currently a nursing student at Gateway, and I decided I wanted to be a nurse a long time ago actually, but I've just now gotten around to going back to school, so I'm pretty excited about it. But that's been a huge part of my life recently. So, and then the next thing, and one of my favorite things, this is probably a hobby, but is my passport. And I was fortunate enough to have a job that allowed me to travel like all around the world. I've been to Israel, I've been a lot of places, but I love to travel, and my husband loves to travel, so we've been on a lot of cruises and all-inclusive resorts and things, and we're trying to go somewhere every year. The new baby makes it a little tricky, but soon hopefully we can get him involved in our love for travels. And then the last thing in my box is coffee. Now, not only does this show how much I love coffee, that it made my top 5, but it actually represents like my first job. I worked at the Bristol Renaissance Fair for 16 years. It was my first job, and I think I was 14 when I started. I started like picking up cigarette butts or something, but I ended up being a barista, and I was known as the coffee girl at the Renaissance Fair for a long time. And I was able to meet so many interesting, weird people, but I've made lifelong friends. My boss actually and one of my coworkers was at my wedding in the Dominican 2 years ago, so that was cool, and they'll forever be a part of my life. So really, the people in my life make me who I am, and you know, my jobs and stuff in my past is basically who I am today. So yeah, thank you.